Tonight, a sobering new report puts Missouri at the top of a list no state wants to lead, the deadliest place in America for African Americans. The homicide rate here is more than twice the national average, with Illinois close behind.
Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, talks with researchers, law enforcement, and community leaders fighting to inject hope into a grim conversation.
A deadly crisis grips the nation. It squeezes hardest here.
It's a silent crisis that gets very limited attention.
In Missouri, the killing of Black Americans has reached a rate unmatched anywhere in the nation. The dead fall at more than twice the pace of the national average. At this intersection, he was 16, shot off his bicycle. His name was Elijah Hughes.
Every homicide is a tragedy.
With every pull of the trigger, every call to the coroner, every funeral that follows, headlines, homicide maps, and spreadsheets overflow with the cold numbers.
Unfortunately, statistics are not nuanced.
A new study from Josh Sugarman's Violence Policy Center showed in 2023 Black Americans are just 13% of the nation's census, but make up more than half of all homicide victims. Nearly 9 in 10 Black lives lost to homicide or ended with a gun.
There are institutions out there working to fight this battle, and their voice just needs to be amplified.
Most of the homicides committed in St. Louis, consistent with the report, are Black victims and are very much so young Black men.
The toll for families is crushing.
I can't even begin to imagine what their grief is.
Closure begins here, where St. Louis Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore and his deputies prepare case files for the courtroom. The number that matters most, 175 murders still unsolved.
No doubt, 100%, our number one barrier to effectively prosecuting homicides is witness cooperation.
Closing that trust deficit,
it's very difficult work.
It's a challenge that defines the career of many in law enforcement.
Most homicides are not random.
Across the river, Illinois trails only Missouri in the grim ranking. Sheriff Rick Watson works the phone in St. Clair County.
What's the name of that suspect and victim in that murder trial that's going on?
This one, a 9-year-old Black boy shot and killed.
It's gangs. You know, a lot of these kids didn't want to do anything for the gang, but they get forced into it.
This same jail hosted cable TV cameras a decade ago, experimenting with the idea that maybe troubled youth could be scared straight. Research showed that tactic fell short. Now the sheriff says fear is the biggest factor driving teens into gangs.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of good people over in St. Louis that are trying to combat this problem, but they can tell you, they're only going to get to so many.
Just because one person say no today, they might say yes tomorrow.
Do you feel like you're fighting a winning battle?
I mean, if you say one, you did a good job.
In the most violent streets of St. Louis, the ones who still see hope around the corner are the ones who ran from danger at the start.
We prevent on a different level because we right in the middle of it.
They call him Static, him Sahir. Adam Butler and Davion Beatty don't wear badges or guns, just an old rap sheet and a new reputation, now working with Show Me Peace. They know the players, and the players know them.
Who the gangs are, who the cliques are.
People know them for what they used to be. And so the respect is there, the credibility is there.
They don't lead with fear or intimidation, but with love.
I mean, that's the heartbeat of what we do. That's literally our secret sauce.
Often, they encounter teens just moments after someone pulled the trigger and changed their life forever.
Man, people are hurting, man. You know, they're hurting. They lost a loved one. They're very vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? They're exposed. And then the threat of retaliation is always a possibility.
For Static, this is more than a mission. It's a fight to instill pride in his roots and protect his hometown.
And it just got to a point where I'm just sick of it. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen too many murders, too many shootings, too much violence in my lifetime. My first murder I seen when I was 6 years old, walking to the candy store.
And last year, cause for optimism. Fewer murders, the push for peace, catching on. It's hard to count the violence that didn't happen, they say. But they still sense a breakthrough on a path others wouldn't even walk down.
Because I'm not scared to engage.
These streets raised them. Now they're reclaiming them, one block at a time. In St. Louis, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.